Welcome student on another video lecture. Today's topic is physical evaluation of drug. Physical standards are to be determined for drugs wherever possible. They are rarely constant for crude drug but may help in evaluation specifically with reference to moisture content, specific gravity, density, optical rotation, refractive index, melting point, viscosity and solubility in different solvent. A few of them are described below. Moisture content. The percentage of active chemical constituent in a crude drug is mentioned on air dried basis. Hence, the moisture content of drug should be determined and should be controlled. The moisture content is present in the drug, then during its storage and processing the drug will get deteriorate, and if such drug is used to prepare any herbal formulation, it will not give its marked therapeutic effect. For that reason, moisture content should be minimized, it should be controlled and it should be determined. In order to prevent decomposition of crude drug either due to chemical change or due to microbial contamination. If moisture content is present in the drug, the chemical active constituent which are present in the drug, they will undergo decomposition or degradation, or some chemical reactions will occur and it will change its form and it will not give its therapeutic effect, or the microbial contamination will occur because the drug is more prone to microbes and the microbes will contaminate the product due to presence of moisture. So moisture content should be determined, it should be controlled and it should be minimized. The moisture content is determined by heating at 105 degrees Celsius in an oven to a constant weight. For the drug containing volatile oil constituent, the toluene distillation method is followed. So to determine the moisture content, what you have to do, you have to take, suppose 10 gram of drug is taken, take the weight of empty container. In that empty container, take 10 gram of drug. Now that drug is placed in an oven and after 5 minutes remove it, again take the weight. In this way, after 5 minutes interval, the weight of drug is taken and up to a constant weight. When you are getting a constant weight, it will indicate that whatever the moisture which is present in the drug, that will get removed and now the drug is free from moisture. It can be stored for longer period of time. For the drug containing volatile oil as a active constituent, then toluene distillation method is followed. In this method, the drug with toluene is taken in a distillation flask which is attached to the condenser and receiver. The distillation flask is heated. When it will get heated, whatever moisture which is present in that volatile oil constituent, that will get vaporized and the water is collected in the receiver and the vapors till complete distillation, measure the volume of water which is collected in the receiver, that will give the moisture content of that particular drug. Moisture content is determined by heating at 105 degrees Celsius in an oven. So each and every drug is having moisture content limit. That drug should be within that range of moisture content. If more moisture content is present, then it will get deteriorate during its processing, during its storage. For that reason, each and every drug's moisture content limit, they are given in the official book or official pharmacopoeias, and as per that the moisture content should be maintained or controlled. For example, aloe not more than 10%, digitalis not more than 5%, ergot not more than 8%, acacia not more than 15%, starch not more than 15%. These are the moisture content limit which are given for each and every drug in official book, and the drug should be within that limit. Then that drug is of good quality and it should be stored for longer period of time, as well as it can be used to prepare various type of formulation. Next one is viscosity. Viscosity of liquid is constant at a given temperature and is an index of its composition. So viscosity of liquid will determine its quality. If, for example, castor oil, which is very thick or viscous in nature, if some other liquid is mixed with that, the viscosity will lower down, and that will indicate that some type of adulteration is there. The viscosity, the liquid is not pure original liquid. To determine viscosity on the lab scale, Oswald viscometers are used. They are having upper meniscus and lower meniscus, and whatever the liquid that undergoing determination of viscosity, that liquid is sucked into that viscometer up to upper meniscus, and note down the time which is required from upper meniscus to lower meniscus, the drop wise falling of the liquid, and that will give the all the values are put in the equation, and that will give the viscosity of that particular liquid. For example, in case of liquid paraffin, not less than 64 centistokes at 37.8 degree Celsius. Now next one is melting point. Melting point are very sharp and constant, and purity of drug ascertained by determining its melting point. These are very sharp and constant for each and every drug. Each and every drug will melt on that particular temperature only. It will not melt at more or less temperature than the specified sharp and constant temperature. Since the crude drugs from animal and plant origin contain mixed chemical, they are described with certain range of melting point. These plant origin chemicals, these are generally mixed chemical, they are not pure chemical. So there will be range of melting point, and it should be within that range, then only it will determine its quality or purity. After that, next one is solubility. The presence of adulterant in a drug could be indicated by solubility studies. Solubility also determine any type of adulteration which is occurring into the drug, and whether that drug is pure or not, that should be determined from solubility also. Castor oil is soluble in 3 volume of 90% alcohol, while its adulterated form shows good solubility in alcohol. If the castor oil is adulterated with some other oil, it will easily get solubilized in alcohol or mix with the alcohol, whereas pure natural castor oil, it requires, for example, if 1 ml of castor oil is taken, then it requires 3 ml of 90% alcohol to solubilize it. Alkaloidal bases are soluble in chloroform, while alkaloidal salts are soluble in polar solvent. If alkaloidal bases are there, they are soluble in chloroform, and salts in polar solvent. Balsam of Peru is soluble in chloral hydrate solution, and colophony is freely soluble in light petroleum. Asafoetida is soluble in carbon disulfide. Alkaloidal bases are soluble in chloroform, while alkaloidal salts are soluble in polar solvent. The glycosides are extractable with alcohol and water with their aglycone moieties and are soluble in polar solvent. So different type of constituent drugs, they have different types of solubility. So according to the nature and type of drug, it is soluble in different types of solvent, and from that solubility we can identify the drug, as well as if there is any adulteration, that can also be find out by using this solubility study. So it is also one of the criteria to assess the herbal drug. After that, optical rotation. Certain substances are found to have the property of rotating the plane of polarized light in a pure state or in solution. Thus, they are described to be optically active. So, certain substances, for example, most of the liquid, they have tendency to rotate the plane of polarized light, and those substances which rotate the plane of polarized light, they are known as optically active substance, and the property is known as optical rotation. Plane of polarized light may be rotated towards right, that is dextrorotatory, and towards left, that is levorotatory. Those substances which rotate the plane of polarized light in right direction, they are known as dextrorotatory, and in left direction they are known as levorotatory. Normally the optical rotation is determined at 25 degrees Celsius by using sodium lamp as a source of light. So in a place where that optical rotation is carried out, that vacuum is created and sodium lamp is used as a source of light. Temperature is maintained, that is 25 degrees Celsius temperature is maintained. Now from the sodium lamp the light is passed over the liquid which is present in a container. When the light will fall on that container, it will rotate the plane of polarized light, and how much degree it will rotate the plane of polarized light, that will give the angle of optical rotation, and in which direction it will rotate, that will give whether that substance is dextrorotatory or that substance is levorotatory. And each and every drug has specific degree of optical rotation, which is also mentioned in the official book or official pharmacopoeia, and it should match with that mention in the official book. Then it will indicate that it is a pure natural compound. If it will variate, it will indicate that some type of adulteration is there, or the drug is not natural or pure. For example, caraway oil plus 75 to plus 80 degrees Celsius, castor oil plus 3.5 to 6 degrees Celsius, clove 0 to 1.5, and honey plus 3 to 15. These are the range of rotation of angle, and that will be specific for each and every drug, and which is mentioned in the official book. After that, refractive index, when a ray of light passes from one medium to another of different density, it is bent from original path. So when a ray of light will be which will pass from one medium to another medium, those medium they are having different density, then it will bend from its original path. So the ratio of velocity of light in vacuum to the velocity of light in substance, that will give a refractive index of that substance. What is the ratio of light in vacuum to the ratio of light velocity of light in that substance? That will give the refractive index for that substance, and depending on the purity, it is constant for liquid and can be considered as one of the criteria for its standardization. And if the liquid is pure, then the refractive index is constant, and that can be used as a standard criteria for its evaluation. Refractive index of a compound varies with the wavelength of incident light, temperature and pressure. So it depends upon what is the wavelength of incident light, temperature and pressure. Refractive indices of the following compounds are for sodium light, and temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Drug, for example, Arachis oil 1.4678 to 1.470, castor oil 1.4758 to 1.527, clove oil 1.527 to 1.535. These are the range for each and every drug, and which is specific. If the drug is pure natural, then the refractive index will be in this range only. But if it is a adulterated drug, or it is a deteriorated or substandard quality drug, then the value will variate, and that will indicate that the drug is not pure or natural. In this way, we can evaluate the various types of liquid which are present. After that, ash value and extractive value. As mentioned earlier, evaluation of drug basically need its identification. It can be done by morphological microscopic character. Many times even the drug is identified, it is of substandard quality due to either their faulty collection and incorrect storage. Thus prove its susceptibility of drug can be applied wherever possible. In case of ash value is the or ash content is determined the inorganic content which is present, that can be ash value is the inorganic content which is remain after incineration of crude drug. So you are taking the powder crude drug and it is incinerated, and whatever the ash remain after incineration, that is known as ash value. So to determine ash value, you have to take major quantity of drug, take weight of empty container. For example, 10 gram of drug you have taken, then take empty container, take 10 gram of drug, and then it is placed for heating. During heating, whatever the inorganic whatever the organic content, that will get vaporized and inorganic content remain. For example, phosphate, carbonates and silicates are the ash content, and after that take the weight of that ash content, and that will give the how much amount of ash content. Sometimes the sand, chalk or soil which is added to the herbal raw material, and that will come into the ash. So that will determine its purity and quality also. If ash content is more, then it will indicate that the drug is not properly clean and it contains some ash, sand or chalk content. So whatever the phosphate, silicate and carbonates which are present, that will contribute the ash content, and each and every drug has specific ash content or ash value. It should be within that range. For example, for agar, to acid insoluble ash is 1%, aloe total ash is 5%, chlor total ash is 7%, acid insoluble ash is 0.75%, gelatin 3.5%, ginger 6 total ash and 1.7% acid insoluble ash. Now extractive values. Water soluble extractive values. So to find out extractive values, first we have to prepare the extract. Extract means isolation or separation of active constituent by using suitable solvent, and there are different methods which are used to prepare the extract, which includes maceration, percolation, oxalate extraction, infusion, decoction. All these are the different methods by which extracts are prepared. Now that extracts are concentrated, after making concentrated extract, for example, to determine the extractive value, first you have to take some, suppose 10 gram of powder drug you have taken. That 10 gram of powder drug is extracted with suitable solvent, and after complete extraction the liquid is collected which is evaporated and a concentrated extract is prepared. Now that 10 gram of drug will give how much extractive value, that means how much gram of extract you are getting from 10 gram of powder drug, that will give the extractive value of that particular drug, and percent extractive value is calculated. And in this way, if the extractive value is more, it will indicate that more active constituent are present in the drug and it is a good quality drug, whereas if the extractive value is very less, then it will indicate that the active constituent concentration is less and the drug is not of that quality, it is a substandard quality drug, and that will not give whatever the therapeutic effect which is specified by the formulation. For that reason, the extractive value is must to determine before preparing any formulation, and there are water soluble extractive values which is suitable for water soluble active constituents such as tannin, sugar, glycosides. All these are water soluble. So after preparing the extract, you have taken the extract weight and you are determined the extractive value. After that, how much water soluble extractive value is there, you have to again take, suppose 5 gram of drug you have taken, that is dissolved in suitable solvent, that is water. Whatever the constituent which are present in the drug, they are getting solubilized in the water, they will get solubilized, and the remaining constituent which are not soluble in water, they will remain as it is. Then filter it. After filtration, on the filter paper, you are getting the remaining constituent which are not soluble in water. Take the weight of that insoluble constituent, that will determine how much amount of active constituent they are soluble in water, and thus they will give the water soluble extractive values. Now these values are specific for each and every drug which is mentioned in the official book, that is aloe not less than 25%, senna leaves not less than 30%, ginger not less than 10% weight by weight, and senna pod not less than 28% weight by weight. Alcohol soluble extractive values. In case of alcohol soluble extractive values, you have to take alcohol. For example, ethyl alcohol is collected, and ethyl alcohol, it is dissolved in ethyl alcohol is dissolved, drug is dissolved in ethyl alcohol 95%. Whatever the constituent which are present in the extract, they will get solubilized in alcohol, it will get dissolved, and remaining constituent which are not dissolved in that, after filtration they will retain on filter paper. Collect it and take the weight, that will determine the remaining constituent how much are dissolved in that, and that will give the alcohol soluble extractive values for that particular drug. Aloe not less than 10%, benzoin not less than 90, ginger not less than 4.5%, myrrh not less than 70, and asafoetida not less than 50% weight by weight. So these are the alcohol soluble extractive values, and that will determine the quality and purity of drug. So the physical evaluation of drug is also very important to determine its quality and purity, so that that particular drug will undergo further processing and the formulation can be prepared from that drug which gives its specified therapeutic effect. Thank you.